What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the Amazing King, coming to you live and in color, bringing you that oh-so-amazing touch. I'm welcoming you back to another episode of the Get Ready For It podcast, Season 6, you guys. We have a full house. Some new faces, some very, very old faces. I'm not going to say no names, Q. Anyway, but before we get into that stuff like that, I'm going to go ahead. You said you what?
I still get ID'd. So.
You still get what?
ID'd. So.
Okay, these are lies. We're going to just start making up stuff off the top.
I still get ID'd. Yeah.
Before we get into that back and forth a little bit, can we just introduce the people to yourself? I got my boy, the co-host, Q. What's up?
What's up, partner?
Are you ready to get into some things today?
I'm a little sore, but I'm ready.
Sore for what? You ain't gonna do nothing.
I live life. That's enough.
Oh, so your old age is finally catching up to you.
I just scrape my knee, that's all.
Scrape your knees. It's the age. Anyway, we got some new faces and voices in the building. Q, are you ready for these new people? First, it's my boy, Jason, the Realtor. Jason, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
You here for the first time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you ready to get into it?
Let's do it, man.
Now, I heard that, you have very strong opinions. This is a debatable episode. So if I use big cuss words, it's nothing personal. It's just my opinion. And most of the time, my opinion is right.
Okay, fair enough.
And last but not least, a legend. We used to play this girl music all the time back when we first started. Ooh. And on season 4 and all that, she finally was able to make an appearance on the Get Ready For It podcast. Yes. My girl, Artis, she is in the building.
Hey, y'all. What's up, baby?
I want to press a button, but I just feel like, knowing my mind, it's going to be the wrong button. So I'm going to try to, it's the white one, Q? Q, if it's not the white one, you... Yes, it's the right way. Okay. It's the right way. Hold on.
You don't pay attention to nothing.
Yes.
You'll be doing stuff.
Artis, what's up, man?
I'm doing good, baby. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know what? Just because I'm so glad you're here, I think we need to start this show off right with some hot music. This was actually one of the first songs we played of you, which is called Soon. Y'all ready for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Y'all ready?
Give it to the people, man.
Soon as I get home, dropped and drugged, I make it up to you, and you don't have to talk. I know what you want. That's all I need from you. Touch you, love you, hold you easy, babe. Don't gotta make it complicated. Love you, hold you, touch you, easy, babe. Don't gotta make it complicated. Right here, my ambition take a lot. I be busy in and out. I don't mean to keep you waiting. I'm admiring your patience, shit. You know I'm worth it. I've been feeding for a week. We gon' keep this shit discreet. I'm a lady in the streets, cause the weapon in the sheet. Bust it all on you. Got a bad bitch on your mental. I'ma keep it G real simple. Got a list of things on the menu. We can do the thing in the rental. Kiss it, touch it, flip it, rub it. All of that's what I'm into. Own up to it like a boss too, and keep it on the low like a boss move. As soon as I get home, babe, drop and drop it all, babe. Right here, and you don't have to talk. I know you can take it all. That's all I need from you. Touch you, love you, hold you easy, babe. Don't gotta make it complicated. Love you, hold you, touch you, easy, babe. Don't gotta make it complicated. Right here. Touch you, love you, hold you easy, babe. Don't
Come on.
Hey.
Artis, Sooner. That's a banger right there.
Thank you.
Let's talk about that song just a little bit. We played that song a couple years ago, and we want the background story a little bit. How did you come up with that song? Did you write it yourself? Go into that a little bit for me, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I write all of my music. So, I wrote that myself. I loved Summer Walker's original Girls Need Love
Mm-hmm.
too.
Well, it does
And
give me that.
so then when I heard the sample in it, it was kind of instantly, because I'm a lover girl.
Right.
So it was like really easy for me. Like I was like, oh, this feel nice. You know what I'm saying? Like I was sipping my wine and stuff. I was like, okay, all right, I'm
Now,
ready.
did you say as soon as you get home you drop them drawers? Is that what you said?
Yeah, well, it's like I'm talking to them.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like so soon as you get home. But it was reference between that and also that Faith Evans. That soon as I get home.
Gotcha.
Because I'm like a 90s like R&B
Right.
Yeah.
baby. So when I thought about that concept, that I'll make it up to you. So I was like, okay, so let's make it like soon as I get home. Drop them draws, I'll make it up to you.
Fire.
So it's kind of like already in your brain to kind of like it already.
Yeah.
But
What
yeah.
What got you into music? Was it the church?
It's the church, but also like I always loved music. Like since I started writing at like 5 years old,
Wow.
and I was self-taught. Like it was a lot of the things were just what I wanted to do. Like for Christmases, I always wanted just tape recorders. So everybody at the church would buy me tape recorders and all these tapes, and I'll sit at home and record my voice and see how it sound. And then, you know, back then you had the VH1 behind the scenes.
Yes, ma'am.
So I was like obsessed with Michael Jackson because they would like his Thriller behind the scenes and watching how he pieced things together in the whole show. So I like sketched my own outfits. I did all kind of stuff. Like I just enjoyed the whole creative aspect. So that's why like art to me, like Artis, she is like, it's art. It's not just going in a studio, laying down some bars. Like the whole thing, people need to be able to feel you. You have to create the vibe, the experience, you know?
You were just part of a cipher, correct?
Yes, I was. Shout out to Legend of Dawn.
Let's talk about that just a little bit there. How was that experience for you?
That the energy was super dope. Like all the females, we were like I felt like we were so in love with each other,
Yeah.
all of us. Like the energy was amazing. I had never done anything like that before, like in a setting. So you know, everybody came and did their thing. I definitely was on show.
You definitely was. You definitely
As I
I watched it. All the ladies did an amazing job. But you
Yeah.
know, you came through. You and my girl Ree, baby, just kill it. Where can people find you at on social media? Run that for me real quick. Your music, your podcast, all that.
Got you. So you can find me on Artis She. That's ARTISSHI. You can also look me up on Artis She Music. Same thing, ARTISSHI Music, MUSIC. And then we have the podcast, She Speaks Podcast, which is is SHI Speaks, SPEAKS Podcast, regular spelling. That's on YouTube as well.
Y'all make sure y'all support everything my girl does on every single platform. Run her up a million times and over. You know, we're going to go ahead and jump into it, you guys. This episode is called The Great Debate Q. We talking about a lot of debatable topics. I'm going to hop into this here. Now, maybe a little sporadic with me jumping around here. Please, pray for me, Q. You know, I'm trying to, I got a lot of things on my plate here. But the first one,
Yeah.
you know, you ain't no good.
I ain't saying nothing, dog.
You supposed to be. You supposed to be.
Do your thing, dog. Do your thing.
Okay. The first one. If you had a joint account with your spouse, do you feel like you need to ask them every time you take money out of the account?
For major expenses, yeah.
Major expenses? What is a major expense if I'm putting money in the account? Go ahead, explain.
You can say like shit. If we going say you need a washer. Say you need a new washer. Some
Okay.
shit. Depending on how much that washer costs, we can get a little cheap one. If you go out and get the expensive one, was like $1,500. You doing too much. Like we gotta talk about that together as one. Like don't just do like no erratic shit with the card because you say, oh, I put money on that too.
But the way you're saying it, that maybe I don't want the cheap one. Maybe I want the nice one. I gotta ask you to still get the cheap one.
If we putting the money in a joint account,
Right.
Obviously we're watching the money safely. We're not just doing dumb shit together.
Okay. So buying a washer and dryer at a good quality,
Did you talk to me first?
I don't need to talk to you if I'm
Yes,
putting
you
money
do.
in the account.
Yes, you do. If we got a joint account, you gotta talk to me.
But some of the money in there is mine too. So what are you talking about? I gotta ask you to take out my own money?
Both our names on that account, right?
I gotta ask you to take out some of the money. If both of our names are on it, that means we both have access to in that account. If not, we should just have separate accounts.
Hey, shouldn't have joint accounts in the first place then.
Fair enough.
Okay, moving on to somebody else here. Jason?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think communication rules the nation. So if we both communicated and teamed up for this joint account, we should communicate and team up for any removal from the account.
Any removal. Okay, go ahead.
Any removal. Now, I do want to say the dollar amount matters, but really and truly, anything being removed from the account should be communicated. Because likely we have a joint account, but we have our own separate accounts. You do all your
I'm not asking you to take out money when I want Popeyes. I'm not doing that.
I think you shouldn't put money in a joint account then. Have your own side account for your business, but when we step into this arena here with this joint account with both of our names on it, communication runs the nation, rules the nation.
So basically you're saying I need to ask you to take out money that I put in.
That we put in, yes.
What are you taking the money out for though?
Right.
Like,
why do I need to tell you that? I put the money in there.
What is this account for though? Like, what's this certain account for though?
I'm just saying it's a joint account. I don't know if some people use it for like vacations or stuff like that.
Like,
my mindset is that I can. It's some of that in there is my money.
Okay.
And I can take out whenever I want to.
Okay, but you're sounding
a joint account. It gives access to both parties. And what's the point of a joint account if I gotta ask you every single time? Baby, can I take out this $25 so I can get some Popeyes?
We're not talking about that.
You know, I saw this nice washing. I need this nice washing jar for the house that we both need. So I gotta ask you for that. Okay, go ahead.
It is in the name joint. It is a joint venture. It is team up. We are putting our jointing forces together, joining forces, and making it happen together. So
I shouldn't have to ask you every single decision though I make.
I feel like you should have your own side account for your own, personal dealings. But when it comes to this account, you got to run it by another adult that's poured into this too. Talk to me. I don't think it's something big to ask.
My love?
I would have to say I actually do agree with them. Mm-hmm. I'm big on communication. I want a partner, not a child. So it's not really so much... I agree with the fact that because it's joint, just so you don't run into, because it can open a lot of doors with that. If you ask about this, but then you didn't have to ask about that. So just to kind of, I'm a very like no BS, let's eliminate anything, especially petty arguments. Joint is joint. You can just ask me, you know what I'm saying? And I'll ask you so we can communicate that because we should have our separate accounts anyway.
Correct.
Now, I'm not going to say I'm not the type that's going to make a big deal just because I seen you made an $8 transaction at Popeyes. But I would just maybe ask you, like, I'll be like, hey, babe, you used the joint account today? And you like, yeah, I went and got Popeyes. I'll be like, okay, well, you know.
You're going to feel some type of way. You are going to feel some type of way.
I don't really think I'll feel a type of way about the Popeyes, though. Like,
it's the principle, though. It's not the Popeyes.
No, I understand the principle, but for me, sometimes it's more of like pick your battles. Yeah. But I would just have that conversation and be like, okay, so, the Popeyes was cool, but anything over, or if we have that, anything over $75, $100, make sure you run that by me before you just do that. And they should know better to know that already. So
correct.
They don't want no problems
I
with
got
me.
an answer for money I put in.
They don't want no
you guys are worse than you guys are worse than 401. Y'all worse than 401k. I gotta pay taxes for money I put in.
When you think about it though, you have your own separate account. But I understand like maybe things was running late. Maybe I didn't have time to like cook lunch for you that day.
Right,
so then you go and like you didn't get paid to like you know what I'm saying? So then it's like, okay, I just use like I'm gonna see it. So if I see the Popeyes, like I'm not going to make a whole blowout about $10 transaction. I'm just not. I'm just going to, I'm not even gonna really feel the type of way. It's just gonna be kind of like a conversation like, hey, you would have did that today?
I have to nip it in the butt at 10, me personally, because it can go from 10 to 10,000. It's the principle. So before we get to 10 to 500 to 1,000 to 10,000.
I'm not asking nobody for no goddamn $10.
But I mean, I get it. I get the principle of it. It's just more of like I don't want to have a great debate behind $10.
Not even a discussion.
Like,
okay, Popeyes transaction. Do you think that a man should be the breadwinner in the household and pay all of the bills?
In what economy?
In this economy, young man.
Hell no.
In this economy?
Let's break that.
Maybe back then, but hell no.
What you mean back then?
When shit wasn't the prices that they are now?
So you want a woman to birth your babies, raise the kids, but still go half on the rent? Go ahead, explain.
I don't think that's a problem. I mean, if we're being honest, if she's not, if she's not with me and I'm paying all the bills, she would be where? Likely an adult in her own place, paying all her own bills anyway, making an income, right? So I'm not asking for her to step out of what she wouldn't normally be doing as an adult woman to make income and survive on her own. But if we're going to team up 50-50, all that stuff makes sense. I'm sorry that you have to birth the children. I wasn't born a woman.
I can't do that.
I can't do that. But what we can do is...
But then why won't you try to take something off her plate then?
Sure.
Because if you're saying that 50-50 as a woman, right, like you said, you got to birth the kids.
But
Most of
honestly,
the,
it
well, let
wouldn't
me
be like
finish.
50-50 though.
Let me
I
finish.
don't
Most of the
want you to finish. 'Cause
responsibility,
men
most
still
of the
gonna take majority of
responsibility
the
does
percentage
go on the
regardless.
woman with raising the kids. And you want her to
Well,
work
yeah.
and then pay all the bill. I mean, go half on the bills too.
the same work she was going to do anyway. I mean, I
Not
just...
without- but not without kids,
Without
though.
kids.
Well, yeah.
There's a difference.
Well, yeah. I mean...
And then you want to be the head of the household and the leader and make sure she listen and be submissive to, but you want her to go half on the rent.
I'm
Y'all
definitely
done
the
lost
head.
y'all damn
I'm definitely
mind.
the head. I'm definitely
And this
the
is
head.
why a lot of y'all
The man
heads.
will always be the head of the house.
Yeah,
What are you
I'm
talking
definitely
about?
the head.
Excuse me? Yes,
I'm
you want to be
definitely
the
the
head of the household, but you
Man
don't do
will
head of
regardless.
household work though.
Regardless,
The head of the
man will always be
household is the leader, the person that takes the the person that takes on the majority of the financial burden. But you
And
want
you just
to,
heard me say I'm gonna take more percentage than
Yeah,
she
yeah,
has.
yeah, for sure.
That's not
And
what the question
That's when you
was.
cut me off though.
That
That's
was
why
the
I said
question
that.
was,
It don't
though.
matter.
That was
I
the
said
question
men
was,
are
and I was
still gonna
talking.
take
Go ahead.
more percentage.
Yeah.
We can say 50-50, but man's still gonna take it'll at least be like 60-40, 70-30.
He said 50-50.
I like that.
But still though.
I feel like either way, since men don't go through childcare, periods, things like that, it's never going to be 50-50 financially because you have less excuses than me being a dude, right? And so since you don't have to go through cramps and all this other stuff, you can get out there and work more. So it's never going to be 50-50. But if she is still producing an income and you guys join forces like that joint account,
Exactly.
let's just execute together because we can pull more weight together than if we were alone. So that just makes sense to me.
So I don't really mind
terrible.
the I don't really mind the concept of helping my partner, especially I understand the economy now. Like I'm big on teamwork.
And a lot of y'all niggas broke.
But I mean I would like to have a partner that one of their main goals was to allow me to be a stay-at-home mom.
Sure.
Because
Provider.
for me personally, I probably wouldn't be having kids until I can do that. So if I'm with someone and this is where we're at with it right now, like I want my kids homeschooled. I was private schooled up until like middle school. So I want them either homeschooled or private schooled. I want them to know multiple languages. I want to be actively there for my kid. Even with us having to both work, there's a lot of things that you miss when you're both having to work. And as soon as you come home, then you're tired and you take the kids and you take a bath. And the intimacy with y'all, even with your kids, if somebody is not giving them that, or the trends, TikTok is going to raise them, Facebook is going to raise, social media is going to raise
definitely.
them. So it's like, for me, that'll be a conversation that we're having. So don't be talking to me about, oh, I want to put a baby in you and all this stuff. And yeah, when I do that, I'm still having to work. I'm still having to rush back the
I agree.
maternity leave. I'm not putting myself in that type of situation. So like the baby talk, hold up
Yeah.
till you could figure that out. I want somebody that's, in that mindset where it's like, okay, we're doing this right now, but ultimately I do want to be able, and it's not like I'm not going to have, my people back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Coretta Scott. You know what I'm saying? I dot your I's, cross your T's.
So I
I'm
have a
the eyes
question.
behind your back.
So when you're a stay-at-home mom, you're fully okay with not making any income whatsoever,
No,
correct?
I'll never be okay with
Okay,
that.
so
just as
since
a
you're going to
woman.
be still pulling an income, do you think that it's okay to still contribute towards the household?
Yeah, for
because-
sure. I
okay,
feel like
yeah.
And there's a lot of more stuff than just being financially contributing to the household is cooking, cleaning,
Sure.
taking care of the kids. Once again,
Definitely.
my only stance
Basic
upon is
adult
that just a lot
duties.
of people want to be leaders in the household, but don't want the responsibility of being the actual
That
leader of the
is very
household.
true.
If a man is going to be provider, you're supposed to provide for the family.
Yeah.
Oh, I want you to go to work and pay half the bills, but I want you to make sure you damn sure listen to me. Hell,
it's just for me, like,
and then
don't
cook and clean and
Yeah, now that
It's not a dictatorship.
It's one of those
Yeah.
things where all of that would be 50-50 at this
Right.
time.
That's what
Now.
I say,
Like
like-
if I get home, like if I'm having to pull a 12, please don't think I'm pulling a 12 and coming home and now you finna get steak and potatoes and all that.
That's common
Especially
sense. That's when you step in.
You say
but
that,
it's
but everybody's
it's
not like that. Come on.
common.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just
Okay.
saying for
It's
me,
not.
for me.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
that common. you know,
can't speak
you'll
for
have
everybody else.
you'll have those excuses where men or anybody, they have literally stepped out on their significant other just because they feel like, oh, she works so much, she don't have enough time, but she's having to work so much because you're not trying to take that off her plate. So if she's doing all of that, then you need to pick up the slack where she's picking up the slack. You feel me? So it's just kind of but for me, it's like I would always have a savings account. I would still contribute to the joint account. I would honestly have my own separate savings account in general, and it's not like like some hideaway, getaway money, anything like that. It's just more of, I was always raised to make sure, like, dot the I's and cross the T's. Yeah. And when you have a partner, sometimes they may fall in a weak spot. If I make everything based off what you can do, that means that it's unrealistic, and it's putting you in a standpoint where you could never fall off, and that's unrealistic. And I feel like men in general, but just anybody, like in the dominant standpoint, but especially our black men, they already face so much of feeling like they have to do so much by themselves. I never want my partner to feel that way.
Definitely.
Like, if something happens and they lose their job, like, and they come home, that conversation, oh my God, I got to tell my wife that I lost my job. Like, we sit and talk. I want to be able to be like, hey, babe.
You know how hard that is?
You know what I'm saying? But I want to be able to have, like, okay, babe, we have this joint account, but look, with the money that I've saved, with me not having to work, I invested in stocks. But I invested in this,
and I respect that. But that's usually not the mindset for women that I've seen that doesn't want to pay any bills. It's usually not, hey, I'm gonna, with the money I'm saving, not paying bills, I'm gonna put it away for a rainy day to still project my family forward if he falls short. Usually it's pay all the bills, save me money. With the money I save, I will grow whatever it is for me. It's more selfish based. So for you to say, hey, with the savings of my guy saving me money on the bills, I can put that away for the family. That's not common. So I respect it.
I feel like that's also, you're also, we have to also put it in the times that we're in. You have a lot of women that are now having to be selfish minded because you have so many men not even trying to put them in a perspective where they could think of family. She has to think for herself. So, but for me, I feel like even if I had something set up for myself, the fact that I have children now, the fact that we are a family dynamic, if for anything, if I'm tying my name to yours, that's a big deal because I don't do that.
Definitely.
I am not one of them. Like, I do not post every single, just because we went out to eat, just because we know. I'm not doing that. It takes a minute.
Yeah, definitely.
So
years.
You know what I'm saying? Like, half the time they be like, "Do you like me?" Like no. And I'm one of them. Like, I'm old school. Yes, you have to ask me to be your girlfriend. Like, really, like, do you want to be my girlfriend? Check the box, yes or no. I'm just that. So with certain things like that, it's like I will always. I feel like me looking out for my family is looking out for myself. Like I'm not understanding how you wouldn't. Yeah. How a woman wouldn't see it that way unless she's dealing with men that kind of want their cake. And I guess that's a stupid, I hate when you say that because it's like, who doesn't want the cake and eat it too? Right, but maybe they want multiple cakes. Yeah. So I feel like that's why a lot of women now go into the, I think they go into the mindset of like, I'm going to make sure I'm good in case this dude does me a certain kind of way. And now I'm not having to be stuck and deal with mistreatment because he feels like I take care of you. That's what it is. That's the mindset behind a lot of that with women.
I have another one for you guys. In Florida, it is now required to give your ID to enter adult content sites. Do you think there should be a rule for all 50 states? And how do you feel about this rule that has been implemented in the state of Florida?
They ain't asked me yet.
See, you are a little bit more, you turn the corner. What is it? You swerve and hit that. What's that song? How to go? The man say you swerve and hit the corner, something like that. That's what you do, right? You gonna find a way out of nowhere. You feel? Because that's how you is. He from Alabama.
Got to Louisiana.
Same Alabama, Mississippi. That's all in the same facility, isn't it not?
And they all got borders that.
Okay. Anyway, do you think this law is good or not? Q.
I think it's good.
For who?
The kids. They try to access this stuff they shouldn't be looking at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the internet got the kids growing up too fast.
Too fast, man.
We ain't grow up.
Is that the kids' fault or the parents' fault? Go ahead.
It's a combination.
It's everybody involved.
Who takes on the burden of raising the kid?
The parents.
The parent, right?
That made the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're not.
But
Because
that's kinda-
sometimes certain parents, they do all that stuff y'all doing, right? And guess what the kid does? Because y'all was kids. Oh, yeah. You can't control that because there's a lot of stuff that I did. My mom was like, you probably shouldn't do that, son.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But guess what I did? I went to go look, and I found it.
Because you was just bad as hell.
You said what?
You just bad as hell. That's what your
If
problem
I'm bad,
was.
you're a demon.
Yeah.
I might not.
Lucifer.
I don't know.
Let's
him.
get back on track.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good thought behind it, but I don't think it'll last. It's just going to force cats to get more creative. They're going to find other
Not
ways.
cats. That's all, okay.
Yeah. I say cats and jiggy and all these old sayings, but these cats out here is going to find a way to see what they want to see. And the thing is, your household may be different from their friends, and their friends' parents. So even if their friends' parents allow stuff, either magazines, whatever, the kids are going to find a way to, okay, we'll forget the internet. We'll find this way, find this loophole. So it's just going to force people to get more creative, but it's a good thought behind it.
Yeah, I agree with the thought, just because, again, in this economy that we're in, it's only so much parents can do. They still go to school. They still have access to so much, like, with any social media site. We've learned a lot. Just, things that they didn't want us to know, and we're adults. So, but I do feel like the thought behind it would help. Now, of course, they're gonna find a way, like we try to find a way, but at least
We did.
Right.
Come on now, let's be real.
Right, but at least it takes a little bit longer, and we still had a childhood, because when we couldn't get it, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go outside now.
Yeah.
Like,
I see.
I saw and I needed what I needed, and I saw what I saw.
But it's like you're away from kids. Like your kids away from you like 8 hours out the day, and now these kids got cell phones. We ain't too many of us have cell phones.
I had a flip phone in 6th grade.
Yep.
Calm down.
Yep.
I said ain't too many of us.
I had a razor.
I used to love when you could just hang up, clack on it. Like, I love that.
He was one of those wealthy cats. Yeah.
No, my
sixth
mom-
grade, 6th grade.
I was broke. My mama had a little bit of money. Now, she the one who bought me the phone. Next one, you guys. How do you guys feel about friends that never hit you up? Are they really good friends?
I would say, yeah. Well, you said never. Never is kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
if it's once in a while,
about to say.
and then when you guys do speak, it's like nothing changed. It's cool. I have good cats like that, good friends like that. When you say never is kind of crazy. Just the question.
Yeah, never is crazy.
Not even like a couple seconds. Like, hey yo, like an accidental. But
I mean, some people out there really funny. Some people are trauma dumpers, and they call you only time they want to talk to you is when they're going through something.
Oh, that's not a friend.
I about to say no.
Yeah, no.
Hell no.
That's a burden.
That is a burden,
that's-
yes. Let's
that-
get
that
into that. a
dead
little
weight.
bit. There's a lot of people out
Dead
there
weight.
like that. You have those friends that, when they got problems, they want to call you, but then when you got something going on, they go missing. Oh, I'm just going through something. You mean to tell me you going through something every single day? You can't ask me how I'm doing?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't play that.
Okay, so that was a quick agreement then, everybody. Then, okay. So once again, Cedric was right. Mm-hmm. You said I had
For
the
once
cue.
in your life,
Once.
take your small victories.
That's crazy.
Small victory.
For once in your life.
You're the biggest loser on this show right now, okay?
I'm a winner.
Anyway, I don't want to go too
a
deep
winner.
into that, but I want to read a letter to you guys. This is called Sincerely Debatable Topics. Dear podcast crew, I've been dating this girl for 3 years, but I also got me a little side piece. A couple weeks ago, my side piece told me she's pregnant, and I'm the daddy. I told my girl, and she was upset, but she's willing to stay. But I'm unsure if I want to have her in this mess. What should I do? Sincerely, Lost in the Sauce. She a fool for staying with your black ass. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know if you're black. I don't know what you are. But listen, whatever she is, she's a fool. The hell you mean? Okay.
I mean,
He was giving Medea a little bit.
Give a little finesse with that. 'Cause, y'all was going to be gentle with it. I can't be gentle.
yeah.
I
feel you.
wasn't.
Well, let's go to you then. How you feel about that then?
Yeah. I don't know if she's staying because financial right now and gonna plan her way out. Because sis, that's what you need to do. Once a man disrespect you and to disrespect you to that level of extent, saying that you don't want to take me through this, but you took me through this each time you laid down and did what you did. That's not making no sense. So I'm not gonna allow you to take me through it. That's the only reason. And that's just more of if I don't already have the support of my family where I could just go, especially if we don't have no kids. Bye. I will cry somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I'm not dealing with that. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. This
What we gotta
this
talk about?
You should leave
scenario is trash.
What we gotta talk about?
He
Yeah.
should definitely leave her, bro. Listen, leave
gotta
her.
talk about?
You obviously know she's
Ain't
head
no
over
leaving me. I'm leaving you.
He has to. Well, yeah. She chose to
leaving.
stay, but since she chose to stay, he has to now cut the tie. This girl loves your socks off, dude, and she's obviously blinded by love. She's willing to stay with you through this, and you having guilt now because you're like, man, she shouldn't really put up with
If
it.
he cuts the tie, do you know how that's gonna make her feel? So you
gotta
cheated
set her
on me,
free.
got somebody pregnant, and then
She's
you're
blinded.
gonna cut the tie.
She's blinded. She's still willing to stay, so he has to make the tough decision. Say, you too good of a woman. I'm not putting you through
Oh
this.
yeah, he better say
Goodbye.
all of
That's
that.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He has
He
to
better
force
still
it now.
be crying. He better all of that stuff. He better be crying, down
He's gonna
rolling on
psych
the
himself
floor.
Yeah, listen,
better be doing
set
all
her
of
free,
that.
bro. She's a lover girl, and she's blinded by it deeply. She should put that love into someone that's not going to do this to her. You would
She
did it
need to
to
put
her,
it into herself.
and that, yeah, that's crazy.
That could be tough in the
trusted
long
out
run.
here.
That could turn into anger after a while.
It's true.
What?
You get like that could turn like to anger after a while. Like you feel like, oh, well, she's staying around, and she finally like seeing like the baby actually get here, and like, hell
Yeah.
nah.
She sees it doesn't have her genetics in the baby as it's
Yeah,
growing.
that-
Come
that-
on,
that'll
And
now.
then
make it
especially
worse.
like I'm married to you and we don't even have a baby yet.
Hell
and then
no.
you have this.
That's crazy.
But
That's
I'm
crazy.
kind of glad we don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm pulling up. Divorce. Divorce. For real.
Hey, if she like it, then I love it. Hey, if she wants to
course
stay
you do.
in that
you do.
swamp, I'm just being devil's advocate here, people. Okay, there's two sides to everything, right? Y'all act like it's easy to just break somebody when you in love with somebody.
You're right, you're right.
It's hard. It's tough, right?
Yeah.
So if she loves this man dearly, she want to stay. You feel me? If that is what pleases her spirit, hey, shawty.
That's not
He
Be
wrote.
I see.
I think he wrote into the show because he's having a guilty conscience. He knows she's too good for
Yeah,
him.
because he fell asleep inside the.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like you,
Can't say that word.
you left it inside, bro.
And I'm not even saying that it's gonna be easy to leave. That's why I said I will cry as I leave.
Yeah, believe.
But it's just more of like thinking about I'm not watching you because that means now this girl now has to be a priority. She's carrying your seed. If she needs you, man,
She easily gets priority.
That.
That is now because
There
what
is
happened?
no-
You upgraded her from side piece to mother of your children. She
Yeah.
gets priority over your girlfriend here, bro. Sorry.
no. I think that was it the girlfriend or was it a wife?
It just said. I think it just
Friends
said.
for 3 years, right?
Yeah, I don't think it said anything about wife. I think it just said
Side
I've
piece.
I've been dating a girl.
Yeah.
So this girl.
So he's,
Oh no, I'm leaving.
and then the side
I am
piece.
leaving. I'm not even. That's why
How
I
about
said
say?
when I was saying financial, I'm thinking that they're married.
Nah,
like
nah,
okay,
nah,
maybe
nah.
I'm like, but no, ain't no. Oh no.
and that's exactly what I'm saying. He called her a side piece. You can't call her that no more. That is the mother of your children.
I'm
You've
finna
upgraded
be
her.
like, you
So you
know,
can still be a side piece.
I mean, I feel you though.
I'm gonna sound just like what's
Side
her
piece baby
name?
mama.
Rick Ross' baby mama when she was talking about free lick and she was like,
Tia
yeah,
Kemper.
go on, take me over there, bro. That's what I'm gonna be like, yeah, go on, I'm gonna go on, leave out of here, bro. That's it.
Crazy.
That's it.
How about we go on
Yeah.
and talk about Jason J, the Florida Realtor?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into that a little bit. My transitions are so clean, but nobody ever give me no credit, Q. You ain't gonna give me nothing.
clean.
It was
I'll let
clean.
you know.
You were hating that. You know, we're
truthful.
not going to go into this
I'm a realist.
segment and
I'm a
with
realist.
that energy. Jason
going
J, the Florida Realtor. Let's talk about you a little bit here, my guy. Let's talk about how did you get into the realtor business?
Yeah, so I was in pharmacy at first, and the plan was always to become a pharmacist. I already had good friends at the time that was into like cryptocurrency, stock market, foreign exchange, and they wanted me to invest into that stuff, but it wasn't tangible. So I didn't trust it, digital coins and stuff. I was like, well, what investment route is tangible? It's like real estate. And then I said, shoot, I don't know anything about real estate. So what if I built a business selling it, learn the behind the scenes, then invest into it? So that was kind of what started me. And then that's exactly what I did. So I really came into it with the investor mindset, but I'm still a full-time realtor.
How is being a realtor in the state of Florida?
Yeah.
It's a hurricane-prone state. It's a financially high state. How do you manage being able to sell in the state, and what do you do?
Yeah, so a lot of my clientele comes from social media, word of mouth referrals. I've been selling since 2018. So at this point, there's clients from 2018 still sending me friends, family members, things like that. And you just keep snowballing. It wasn't easy starting off. As for Florida, I mean, no income tax. It's still a sunshine state with occasional hurricanes. It's the retirement state. It's Florida. You know what I'm saying? Usually some people want some type of rooting here, some type of home here, vacation, whatever. It always feels good to say, listen, I got a place down in Florida. You know what I'm saying? I kick up there during the cold times when I'm up north. So it's really not bad. Florida is still highly desired. So
How do you deal with, like, you know, the struggles of being a realtor? Let's talk about that a little bit. Like when you put all this energy to sell this home and it just all completely falls through.
Crazy things happen. Like I tell all clients, it's not done until you have the keys in your palm. I've had things happen the day of closing. You know, when it comes to disputes and contracts and negotiations, it's crazy. There's usually a way to save the deal because in the end, seller wants to sell, buyer wants to buy. Let's get you two on common ground. But there's definitely mishaps. There's no certainty. Like I said, starting off is the hardest part, and you got to just be persistent. You got to be a sponge when you first start off. There's a lot you don't know. There's a lot of moving puzzle pieces, and you need to be that professional that others will then come to you for and with, so you can guide them accordingly.
How do you deal with how was your first experience selling a home? How was that?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a VA buyer, veteran buyer. I think they came from Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. So I remember they called me. They see one of my videos online. They called me, say, Jason, we're taking a flight to Florida. We're going to be here from this date to this date. I was like, yeah, let's just make it happen. I usually don't do things like this, but for them, you know, last minute call, everything. I literally met with them. We looked at a few homes for those couple days. Now, once again, that's not usually how I do business, but for them, like, let's just skip over all the other formalities. You're parachuting here from Massachusetts. Let's make it happen. And so by the time they left a couple days later, we already had a home picked out. They went back to Massachusetts. I wrote the contract, negotiated the deal, and I was pretty much their boots on the ground. So my first sale was an out-of-state buyer. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
If I came to you looking for a home, what is the experience you're going to give me?
Yeah. So the first thing, I gotta sit you down. We gotta have a consultation call because I don't know who else is in your ear, what you've heard from a family member or someone that bought a home 7 years ago. What's changed since the family member that bought a home 50 years ago? We gotta come to a common ground. I'm gonna answer any immediate questions, set proper expectations moving forward because certain things was true 10 years ago, no longer. I'm going to answer some of your immediate questions. Once we're done the initial consultation, I'm going to get you pre-approved with one of my lenders. I have multiple lenders. They all kick butt that I've closed deals with each one of them over the years. And so once you're pre-approved, I'll then take you back underneath my wing again. We're going to talk contracts and what to expect with the home shopping process, and then explain everything else that happens once we do find the right home, putting in that offer, writing it, submitting it, getting you under contract. There's a lot of legal disputes that can happen, so protecting you while you're under contract and make sure we get you to the closing table. Because real estate is one of those things where so much things has to go right for one successful closing. It's crazy. A lot of things has to go right. So you definitely want a good professional by your side guiding you through that.
Where can people find you at on social media?
Definitely Instagram at Agent Jason J. YouTube's the same thing, but Instagram's pretty good to reach me.
Hey, once again, you guys support my boy Jason J, the realtor, Florida, everything. Somebody buy a house or something. Q, connect with my man because I know you already. You getting in your 40s. You ready to go ahead and get you a home?
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
It is. We're gonna hop back into it, my guys.
Yes,
we're gonna go to one. Let's jump back into it. Whose duty is it to initiate intimacy?
It shouldn't be considered a duty.
Okay.
For one,
elaborate on that.
I think you should never stop dating your partner. Like, I'm a true lover girl for real. Like, I romanticize every part of my life. So whoever gets that lucky, it's gonna be a good time. Okay. So I mean, maybe it depends on your drive. I don't know, because why not?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Like, it's a party until it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't really, but I don't think it should be a chore.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether it's, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
I'm telling you, because if I look at you, am I sitting on a doorstop?
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
You want to keep things
What country
spicy.
bumpkin is that? What the hell?
I know what doorstop mean.
Let's go ahead and move on. this is supposed to be somewhat of a family show.
Somewhat. Keyword. Somewhat.
Keep it spicy. Keep it muy
The realtor.
caliente.
What is your opinion on this?
I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be. I agree with Artis. It shouldn't be a duty. Whenever you guys are ready for it, lock in. I mean, there's not much I could say. We're both adults. Let's make it happen. just like we made everything else happen in life. You know, that joint account we agreed on. That home that we closed.
Who agreed on?
Yeah.
See, I don't.
He is the responsible
I'm
feedback.
just, we're just adults. Let's make it happen.
You're right.
Can you have a best friend of the opposite sex in a relationship?
No. Well, okay.
Just keep it platonic.
Hold on. Did he just say we're adults? Did he just say that?
Yes, I did.
We are adults. We should be able to be okay.
A best friend. You say a best friend that you don't touch in any sexual way?
Yeah, hell, I mean that's what you're not supposed to be doing. I
Right.
mean, who out
'Cause,
here?
everyone got different definitions these
I'm about to
days.
say, everybody
do.
do.
We know you got a couple definitions, Q. We know your history. Go back and listen
3
to
other
this
people at
nasty
this
food.
table.
But we talking about you now. Anyway, back to the story.
Right.
You were
Yeah.
saying, elaborating?
Yeah, no. If it's the actual best friend definition of no sex, then I think it's going to be tough for most people to categorize someone as a best friend and you not having any physical attraction at all. You just look at them and you just want to throw up, don't you? Well, probably not. They're your best friend. You could withstand the sight of them. You're probably attracted to them to some degree, physically, personality. They've earned your best friend title some way, somehow. And then if we don't even have a shred of physical attraction, something's going to happen there, or it has already happened. I think it's tough. If we're actually holding to the true definition of best friend, no sexual contact, that's tough for opposite sex.
I don't know if you right on that.
I don't
Didn't you
really
say
think
that? Didn't you
so.
say you go to him for the responsible response?
Yeah,
This wasn't it. This one wasn't it.
yeah. I
You
mean,
didn't get it this time.
I feel.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I feel like when you're tackling levels of intimacy in your relationship, I definitely feel like it's more about boundaries and respect. Like, Jason's been saying we're all adults here, so don't do anything that you wouldn't want me to do. And also, I think where a lot of people mess up with that, even if there was some type of physical attraction or whatever, if this is who you're dating or whatever, it's just about aligning those boundaries as far as what is intimacy. Like, you going to your female best friend for everything. So as far as your major decisions, and now you can't talk to your wife or you can't talk to your girlfriend about it, of course she's going to feel some type of way, because now you filled that void with her. So what am I here for? Just to lay down with? Just so you could stamp me? Like, it has to be one of those things where, there's like a mutual respect across the board.
what if he doesn't feel he's being disrespectful? You say, listen, you knew
Well,
this was my female best friend for 10 years. There's nothing disrespectful with me consulting my best friend. Now what?
I mean, we're going to have that conversation, because for me, what I've learned as a woman, boundaries. I'm going to protect my boundaries. So if you want to be with me because I've been a person that has compromised certain said boundaries, I'm not doing that anymore. Certain things can be compromised, but anything that comes to as far as my mental, if you don't value that but you value this other female's mental, then maybe y'all should figure that out. I'm not upset about it.
That's all I'm saying.
But if I have a person that's like, hey, because I have a guy best friend, and I'm not gonna lie, I have a guy best friend, and we did.
Of course.
We
I know.
dated prior.
I know.
And,
Not you know, because
that's
everybody else don't do that. Everybody else don't do that.
It's a higher
It wasn't-
chance
no,
of
no,
that.
no, no, no,
It's
but
a
it's
higher
not. Listen,
chance of
hold
these
on,
things.
hold on. But it wasn't. But I will also say, I've also had other guy best friends that I have never, like, he's really seen me like as his sister his entire life, like kiss on the forehead. Like, if he talking to me, he like, man, why are you dealing with this and that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have those, but I have one that literally, like, that was my best friend.
Yeah.
But with me and him, there is a mutual respect. I would never even put him in that situation out of respect for him and out of respect of the type of what I would want. You know what I'm saying? So me and him have had those talks. Like, if he was to ever seriously date somebody, like, even if he comes and asks me something, I'm like, okay, well, how'd your girl feel about it? And he'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to her, but I just wanted da 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 da. And I'd be like, and I'll tell him, like, and I get, like, to a certain extent, I get it when it's the beginning stages, because he's like, you know me, and some of it it's like, you're not gonna give me biased advice because this not really gonna affect you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I always let him know, okay, this is how I would feel, but also the fact that I have dealt with you
Yeah.
before, based off of that, this, and that. But you're gonna talk to your girl, right? He'd be like, "Yeah, I just wanted to know from perspective because this and this and that." But I'm not gonna ever be a female that's going to let it go outside of the bounds.
Definitely.
And I wouldn't do that with my significant other. I would let them know that. And they're also, I would be pushing, to be honest, if there's somebody that I'm serious with, I would be pushing us to all collectively get together real fast. Because I need you to feel comfortable. Because if this has been a stable guy in my life, even if he could not show up for me in that way, but he's always been a solid friend, I'm sorry. Just because you just got here and you want to date me, I'm not ditching my guy best friend because you could be gone in 2 months.
Yeah, maybe not in the beginning.
And I don't see the problem in that. What you talking about? I don't see the problem in that.
Yeah.
Like with some history, like with the history
I
you
feel
have.
like it's
folks.
about communication and boundaries. But me as a woman, though, that's why I said I would have but I would never put my person in a position that I wouldn't want to be put in. So the reason why I'm saying that, I would just let them know, hey, this is my guy best friend. Once me and this person is dating, it's like, okay, I would like for y'all to meet, so y'all can meet anyway. And I think that does help a person because now you're not getting to know them through the lens of me. I want you, and when I say meet, like maybe we all having dinner, then it's like if they got a significant other or whatever, then me and her over here and y'all over there, and y'all talking and however y'all want to naturally vibe, and then you could tell me off of that, like, hey, he seemed kind of shady. I don't like, and I will definitely. Then I will address that.
Okay,
you know
see,
what I'm saying?
once
Different.
again, different from the usual mindset, in my opinion.
I was
because
hella different. Nowadays.
you guys get together, and based off what my significant other say, I may have to demote my best friend or remove him. That's not common. Usually, this is my best friend, whether you like it or not. Let's make it work, or else the significant other's gone. So I mean, that's interesting.
My statement is going to still stand. We are all adults here. If you get into a relationship and the person has a best friend that's a significant other, if you feel as though that person, you can't trust them, that's on you. That's the man, you ain't got no loyalty. They ain't no good from the start. You feel me, Q? They ain't no good from the start. Okay.
And it does depend. I like
because I'm not looking at even no matter how I have a couple of best female friends. They look beautiful, right? They're my friends. It's be y'all minds, right? See, the world is full of ain't shit people. You feel me?
Right.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm just saying that.
No, that's why I said I feel like it's a balance.
It's a lot.
That's why I feel like it's a balance of course. Like I'm not saying that I'm gonna completely remove somebody out of my life, but I'm going to
demote him.
I feel like a lot of it
demote him.
I feel like
we ain't demoting shit around here.
I feel like a lot of that would have to be more of, like I said, the conversation and just building the boundaries and also the loyalty. Because if this has been a person that's been in my corner forever, it's like, why do you feel this way though? If they have never directly, because I'm very in tune with energy, so I wouldn't even bring you around somebody that had, like, this isn't really about you. This is about the character traits of a person. I wouldn't really bring you around somebody that possesses those character traits. So it's like, So, it's one of those conversations. But that's why I say it kind of, everything is boundaries. There's certain things I ain't going for it. If that's what you want to do, then that's how you move.
Do you guys think there should be an age limit on how old you should have a roommate?
No.
Why not?
You seen
What would be the age limit?
What do you think?
What
do you think? You said who?
Hospice got hella roommates.
Who?
Hospice.
They
got roommates.
It's like the hospital.
That's a whole different situation. No,
wow.
You said age limit. You said old.
Do you think there should be an age limit that a person should have a roommate?
Nah, man, I feel like
think so.
I guess I've sold home with clients that had every intention on renting out the other rooms to their best friends. It's like, Jason, I'm gonna buy the home for me, and I'm a house hack this bad boy, meaning these other bedrooms I'm putting in people I trust. If the numbers make sense, man, do it. I feel like life's a big monopoly game. Age limit on roommates. Do what makes sense. Let the numbers line up, and let's all build wealth, make it happen. So,
what you got to say?
Huh?
What you got to say?
I think that experiencing living on your own as an adult is important.
Yeah, agreed.
Living on your own, it does give you a set of freedom to do certain things. You ain't got to worry about you missing food in the refrigerator. You ain't got to worry about somebody coming up short on the rent money. Yeah. You ain't got to worry about people bringing random people in the household. Yeah. And
that's why you're moving with somebody you trust.
You can't walk around, but as you could trust your friend, and that can be your enemy in 3 months. Please don't act like that doesn't happen in life. Okay. So okay, but you ain't lived life long enough, my boy. I'm just saying that I do believe. Hey, I'm okay to be uncle. You better hope you get to 32, because you literally almost 30. Q. I'm not gonna go there.
So I'm definitely auntie. Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Like I was saying, I think there probably should be a mindset where you be like, okay, I want to be on my own. Yes. Yeah. I think probably at the age of probably like 35, okay, my guy, like you. I want to walk around my house butt ass naked. I can't do that with my friends walking around.
You're right.
Walk around your damn room, dog.
My room? You mean I don't know? That's the I'm sorry. If I'm living on my own, I do. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
Who wants to be confided to just my bedroom? Like, I can only do this in my bedroom. You gotta when you having like an intimate moment, you gotta control the noise level. No, hell no, man. I ain't doing all that.
Yo, girl.
Maybe also my experience, I have never had a roommate also as well. I've always just lived on my own, and it's just been more easier for me to do that. Yeah. Because I have friends that be like, oh, my roommate, they show on the rip money, or I'm getting a hard time, or we not getting along anymore, and it's a whole outburst. So they decide to move out on me when before the lease is over. So it's just like I feel like a lot of complications come when you're dealing with another person and depending on another person. That's just my opinion, Q.
It's definitely
you
risk.
have to be careful.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely risk involved. It's not like risk free with roommates, but in terms of choosing wisely, filtering, screening folks, yeah. I mean, if the numbers make sense, everyone, let's bunk together for a year or two. We save rent because we're slicing it 3 ways. At the end of the 2 years, each of us got 15 grand in our bank accounts. What's up? We all split, buy homes, down payments, whatever. Yeah. I like strategy. I don't think it's bad. Yeah.
It's definitely a financial move for me.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I never want to put a age on anything, because there's no time on experience. There's no time on things happening. A person could have a stable job for 40 years and all of a sudden their company just tells them, hey, you've had CEOs that have lost their job. So it's like, if we putting all of these, you have to be by this age on what's considered successful. Like, no, do what works for you. Just make sure you're not stagnant in anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. But I'm not going to project anything on myself based off how somebody else feels, unless you must be finna pay my rent.
Correct.
If you're not paying it, then you be quiet.
Yeah, correct.
Having a baby at 20, no, that's the wrong. I want to do another one. Which is the better route? Ghosting somebody or getting your lick back when they have done something to you that's bad?
Blocked.
Ghosting.
Definitely ghost. Yeah.
I guess I'm alone.
Yeah,
because you just like to carry out evil damn plans and shit.
Can I explain myself first?
Go ahead. This is bullshit.
I'm a Cancer.
You are.
And
besides your son.
If you do something to me, depending on the magnitude of that, I'm gonna get mine back. It could be something simple, cussing out your mama. You feel me?
That's simple.
Very simple about that. You feel me? But that's who I am. At least I'm honest about it. You are a little sneaky. You do stuff behind people's back and stuff like that. So y'all believe that if somebody do something bad to y'all just gonna be like, okay, it's over.
Man, like I
never
think
knew
it
just
you.
Depends, man. It just
like y'all ain't had real life experience. We all done did some, maybe diabolical or ungodly things in here before. When somebody done something to us wrong. But y'all don't want to speak about that.
My
Okay.
thing is, though, I don't even really want to be around you. Like, I feel like my lick back is removing all access, because there's no female like me.
Yeah.
There's no friend like me. Like, you finna feel this, ma. You gonna feel more of a loss with not having access to me than having somewhat access to me. And I'm a Taurus, so I'm the bull. And I'm very, there ain't too many gray areas with me. It's very black and white. So I can't really fake the funk with you. If I want to slap the shit, I'm going to, every day when I see you, it's never going to be the same. You're going to automatically feel it. So now why my heart got to be beating at 150 miles per hour because I'm trying to get my lick back with you. And I could just remove myself from you. And that's going to be the greatest. Every time you see me and I'm looking good, feeling good, and you know the vibes and the energy, and it's like, need a wristband.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, because when you get your
Yeah.
look back, you're kind of pouring energy back into them.
Yeah, you
And I
still-
want you to know you're so irrelevant to me right now. You're not even worth my energy to pour back. It's
You
just
don't
goodbye.
exist.
You're literally the rock underneath my
People
shoe,
have
piece of gum
mental
underneath my
funerals
shoe.
every day.
Goodbye. You know, I don't know.
I feel some of these responses are kind of staged, but okay, I understand.
Mine's isn't. I could promise
This shit out the
you.
dome.
Never yours. I'm talking about Q's.
Shit out the dome.
I'm talking about
Shit out the
specifically
dome.
Q. Having a baby at 23, is that too young?
People have had babies like what 15.
I'm not. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm asking, having a child at 23, is that too young?
Too young.
Because having a baby at 15 is definitely way too young. You done lost your damn mind. That's not even a good. That wasn't even a good example. Having a child at 23, is that too young?
I feel like it's a
So
lot.
many different scenarios.
It's a lot of different scenarios I can go with.
Hell yes, it's too young. Being damn near you 3 years away from 4 years out from 19. It is too young to have a kid at 23 years old. You're supposed to be out there living your life and doing it.
I feel
and
like
going out
you
with
should.
your girls.
I do feel like
and-
you should be living your life. Like
Exactly. Mom used to always, you're supposed to be out there doing it and living it, not be tied down with a child.
You doing it and living it.
No,
My bad.
But then you might have somebody that's in a scenario where they were with their high school sweetheart and they've been with them since 17. So now they're
Since
at
19.
20, yeah, or like now now at 21, you know, they
Yeah,
got
live life,
engaged
though.
and proposed. And I know, but if they feel like their life was together, because you also like a lot of our grandparents, you know, they're not saying it's the right way, but I'm just saying like with certain scenarios, if this is the person that you're sure of, and you've already been with them 4 years, and then y'all go and y'all plan to get a house together at 21, then the next step is kind of like the kid at
Not
23.
bad. Not bad.
You know, and then if everything works out, they could live life together. They could travel together. They could do all kind of stuff. But of course, that's like in a, you know, very planned, very, you know, intentional mindset.
And they got the baby out the way already.
Yeah, but for some people not just having kids young at 23 and
is not even ready mentally, physically.
yeah. Now I feel
financially.
you on that though. I do feel most people.
Most people
That's
know. Yeah.
most people. You should not be worried about having no kids. You
Yes.
shouldn't even be
Yes.
putting yourself in a predicament to have no kids.
Yes.
But things happen.
Most people.
You know, you was irresponsible.
Yep.
But now you got to be real responsible. And we just gonna see how that goes for you.
Definitely. I mean, I agree with Artis. I agree with her. Most people, let's forget all the maybes on a general basis. Most people should not do it. You are a baby still. I know you feel like you're grown because you're not 18 no more. You're a baby. You need to build life experiences, knowledge, wisdom, all that other stuff. You don't need a kid right now.
At all.
Yeah.
Got anything to add, Q?
I already said what I wanted to. Grandpa Paul used to be never mind. Back, I'm talking about the old days. I'm just talking about the old days. Go ahead, no.
I'm so sick of this Alabama.
Just saying, no.
Last question before we wrap it up here, guys. Who has it harder, young people or older people?
We do.
We do.
When you say we, who do you mean?
Young people.
Young old people.
Q,
We getting older.
you 40, so then what is that?
All right.
I feel as though older people probably have it harder because, you know, people kind of like overlook them sometimes. You know, the health insurance world sucks. Social Security is running out. Everything going up.
Yep.
They start, you know, get to a certain age, you can't start doing stuff. You depend on other people.
Yeah.
I personally feel like older people nowadays have it like, you know, rough. I work in insurance, so I deal with a lot of old people, and they always call and saying that I don't have enough money to afford this because I'm this. I'm retired. I don't make I'm restricted income. I can't work as I used to do. So, see that response I gave, Q? Very elaborate
That's
response.
about the only one response you gave that's been elaborate and like coherent. And you actually like understand what you're saying, but you know.
Oh God.
Kudos to you.
Jason, do you have something before we wrap it up here?
Yeah. Oh man.
Now that you put it that way.
Yeah, no, it's just it's hard because like you're right. When you're older, whatever you got in 401k, retirement accounts, that is what you got. But the expenses still rising. You probably own your home though, got it at a good price. Maybe it's paid off, so it's like you got less expenses, but then you make less income. But the rest of the world's still expensive. As a youngin, you could work as much overtime now, more now than ever. You know, like go crazy, snap out. The 78-year-old can't do it like you. So it's I'm still kind of 50-50. I think I'm leaning more towards older. Older have it a little bit harder because the younger can still have the youth and energy to recreate their future. The older, you're kind of set.
I think once you put it that way, I'm kind of like that too, because I feel like there's other opportunities, but I also feel like there's so much competition for the younger, versus what, that, like you said, they may at least have something like they can borrow from their mortgage. Like most of us, we're going to get so much just to get a place.
Out
just
here.
That's why, you know, like it's a lot, you know, and then especially at least. But I know get it, because I'm like, okay, with their older, they probably have a stable relationship. But I mean, if they're older, they might be dying off. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm like, we can't even get nothing started over here. So it's just like, you know,
that's a tough question.
It's I don't know.
We're gonna have to split that right down the middle.
I don't know.
50-50 with
maybe I'll get them 60-40.
60-40 with the older. Okay, I'm fine with that.
60-40.
Well, hey guys, once
45,
again,
55.
Q, listening? Can you hear me?
Good deal.
Guess what? This has been another amazing episode of the Get Ready For It podcast, season 6. Hey, you guys, make sure you follow the podcast page at readyforit_1. Please follow my personal page at amazingiam_Q. Where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on you can find me on IG, LA_VON225. Find me on Facebook, Quincy Wilson Jr. And you find me in these. Never mind, I ain't gonna say that because
In these streets, being a thought. Jason J, where can they find you?
Yes, sir. Florida Realtor. Instagram at Agent Jason J.
And my girl, last but not least, Artis She. Where can they find you on social media?
Hey. You can find me on IG at Artisshi, ARTISSHI. And all the other platforms are listed on the page, so pay attention, please. Or you can look me up at TikTok, She Baby, SHIBABYY.
Y'all, this has been another amazing episode. Get ready for it.
You ready? Let's go. Soon as I get home, dropped and drugged, I make it up to you, and you don't have to talk. I know what you want. That's all I need from you. Touch you, love you, hold you easy, babe. Don't gotta make it complicated. Love you, hold you, touch you, easy, babe. Don't gotta make it complicated. Right here, my ambition take a lot. I be busy in and out. I don't mean to keep you waiting. I'm admiring your patience, shit. You know I'm worth it. I've been fiending for a week. We gon' keep this here discreet. I'm a lady in the streets, cause the weapon in the sheets. Bust it all on you. Got a bad bitch on your mental. I'ma keep it G real simple. Got a list of things on the menu. We can do the thing in a rental. Kiss it, touch it, flip it, rub it. All of that's what I'm into. Own up to it like a boss too, and keep it on the low like a boss move. As soon as I get home, dropped and drugged, I make it up to you, and you don't have to talk. I know you can take it all. That's all I need from you. Touch you, love you, hold you easy, babe. Don't gotta make it complicated. Love you, hold you, touch you, easy, babe. Don't gotta make it complicated. Right here. Touch you, love you, hold you, easy, babe. Don't gotta make it complicated.